At the beginning of the story, we are shown a woman named Shannon who was very scared in her own house, and when she was alone, she packs a small thing and throws it in the garbage. Then we see her daughter Claire, whom Shannon sends out for cycling. They also have a pet dog with them, but when Claire returns after cycling, she finds her mother's dead body in the house. Then the scene shifts, and we see that Claire has grown up a bit, but still dreams of her mother's death haunt her. She lives with her father Jonathan and her pet Max. Jonathan used to work as a garbage collector. Now Claire gets ready and starts going to her school by cycle. On the way, she meets her neighbor D'Souza and her uncle August. Then suddenly, Darcy, who studies in her school and who teases her a lot, is coming with a car. While trying to avoid the abuse, she fell and got hurt. But still she started going to her school quietly. When she went to school, she felt very embarrassed seeing her father picking up the kura, because everyone in school used to tease her a lot about this. She had only 2 friends in school, one June and the other Meredith. There is a boy named Paul in the school, whom Claire likes a lot, but Paul already has a girlfriend. Meanwhile, when Jonathan is doing his work, he finds a very old music box from the kura, which Jonathan keeps with himself. But when Darcy comes to trouble Claire again in school, then Claire gives her a reply. But Darcy slaps Claire in anger, and a fight starts between the two. Instead of stopping the fight, all the children start enjoying the fight. But after some time, a teacher comes and stops both of them. When Claire comes back from school, Jonathan tells her that he has brought a gift for Claire. Claire goes to her room and sees an old music box, which she tries very hard to open, but the box does not open. But on the box, 7 wishes are written in the Chinese language. But Claire does not believe all this, so she keeps it aside and opens her mobile, where one of her friends asks her to see Darcy's profile. On visiting the profile, she sees that Darcy had posted the video of their fight, and even the video of Jonathan picking up the hoe on social media. Seeing this, Claire gets very angry and asks the music box to wish that Darcy becomes ugly. After this, she sees Max sitting in front of the room's door and just looking at the box in a strange way. But suddenly at night, a song starts playing from the music box, which stops after some time. In the morning when Darcy wakes up, she sees that there are black spots on her body. This spreads very fast in the school and all the children start laughing at Darcy. But Claire does not believe that all this has happened because of her wish. That is why she keeps the picture of the box with her. After this, she sees that Max is missing for a long time. When she goes out to look for Max, she finds Max's dead body lying, which is being eaten by some worms. Seeing this, she becomes very sad and starts crying. The next day, Claire takes the help of her Chinese teacher to know what is written in that box. But the Chinese teacher tells her that it is a very old language which they cannot read. A boy named Ryan standing there hears all this, and he agrees to help Claire because one of his relatives knows the ancient Chinese language. But Claire refuses to take his help. At night, when Claire sees the picture of Paul with his girlfriend, she feels very bad. So she again goes in front of the music box and wishes that Paul falls madly in love with her. And the next day, exactly the same thing happens. Paul himself comes to talk to her. But there we hear the same music playing and see that while taking a bath, Claire's uncle August slips and gets a head injury and dies on the spot. She comes to know about this after coming home. But Claire was sad that her uncle had left nothing for her, so she quickly asks the music box to wish that all of her uncle's property be transferred to her name. And after some time, Jonathan gets a call that from now on, Claire is the owner of all of her uncle August's property. Both of them were very happy to hear this, and both of them went to live in August's luxurious bungalows. Now Claire has become very rich. She starts spending a lot of money on her 2 friends, and also starts living her life well. But one evening, the same music starts playing from the music box again, and while D'Souza is working in the kitchen, her hair gets stuck in the washing machine due to its sudden switching on, and due to that accident, she dies. The next day in school, Paul breaks up with his girlfriend and proposes to Claire, and he also asks her out for a date, but Claire leaves saying she will think about it and let him know. Then in the evening, Claire agrees to take Ryan's help, and both of them go to Ryan's relatives. There, a woman named Gina tells after seeing the box that this box fulfills the 7 desires of its owner. The name Luma was written on the box. They came to know about it after doing research on it. There was a woman named Luma, whose family was killed by some goons, due to which she used to sit in front of her music box and pray for many days, and the devil heard this prayer. And then the devil killed all those goons and made Luma rich. But the woman was not able to understand what the devil had taken in return. So Gina keeps the picture of the box with her to understand the rest of the things written. After doing all this, when Claire comes home, she sees Jonathan picking up garbage on the way. She feels very embarrassed, so after coming home, she asks for a wish from the music box to reform Jonathan. And after some time, Claire sees Jonathan playing music. Seeing this, she becomes very happy. Then the music starts playing on the music box, and Gina understands what is written on the box. Seeing what she gets very scared of, she was going to send everything written to Ryan. But then suddenly, there is darkness in Gina's house, and the wind starts blowing. Due to all this, her foot slips, and the nail of a statue pierces her body, due to which she dies on the spot. The next morning when Ryan comes to Gina's house and sees the typed messages on Gina's mobile, then he gets very scared. And after going inside, he sees the dead body of Gina. After seeing this, Ryan comes to the school and tells Claire that what is written on that box is that whenever a wish is asked for, someone known to him will be killed. Then when Ryan asks Claire if she had asked for a wish yesterday, Claire clearly says no. After this, she goes straight to the canteen and says yes to Paul for a date. But after coming home, she again sees that all the children were making fun of her on social media. So she again asks for a wish that she becomes the most popular girl of the school. After which Paul invites her for a party, to which she agrees. After going to the party, she sees that she has really become the popular girl of the school. Everyone was only talking about her. Paul and Claire also came very close to the party. But the same night, Claire again saw a dream of her mother. Seeing this, she woke up. But then she sees someone outside her window who is peeping into her room. But as soon as she goes out, that person is gone from there. The next day, when Claire goes to D'Souza's house, she sees D'Souza's dead body. Seeing this, she now understands that everyone is dying because of happiness. Claire tells all this to her friends, who tell her to throw the box away. Claire also goes to do the same, but then she hears her father playing a song, so she decides that she will throw it away after a few days. That evening, a party was organized by their school for all the children, in which all the children have a lot of fun. Paul and Claire come close to each other again. Then Claire sees her picture on Paul's mobile, from which she understands that Paul had come to her house at night. As soon as she finds out about this, she breaks up with Paul right there. Meanwhile, when Meredith is alone on the 28th floor, the song starts playing again, and she starts going down the lift. But she dies because the lift breaks down. Claire was very scared seeing this, so Ryan took her along with him, and said that he has been doing research on this music box for a long time. And in this research, he found out that whoever has this box and whoever asks for a wish from it, after all their 8 wishes are over, all the owners get killed. So both of them try to destroy the box together, but they fail every time. So both of them hid the box in a safe place. That night, Paul again goes to talk to Claire, but due to the argument between them, Paul gets hurt, and Claire has to call an ambulance for him. The next morning, when Claire goes to check the music box, she does not find that box there. As soon as the box disappeared, everything started to become the same with Claire. Their house was taken away from them, and the same thing started happening in school. After a few days, Claire came to know that June had hidden the box for everyone's goods. But Claire was not bothered by all this, so Claire takes the box from June and starts running away. But during this, June falls from the stairs, and she gets hurt badly. After all this, Claire comes home and asks for a wish from the music box to bring her mother back. And after some time, Shannon also comes. Everyone was very happy, but then Claire came to know that the owner of this box was Shannon herself earlier. And in the scene we saw at the beginning of the movie, Shannon threw this box in the ditch, and then she got killed. After knowing this, when Claire comes to her room, the song starts playing again, and she sees her father standing in front of a tree being cut. She calls Jonathan, due to which Jonathan's friend loses his balance, and Jonathan dies on the spot with his cutter. So she quickly went in front of the music box and asked for her last wish that she wanted to reach that day, the day Jonathan got this box. And she reached that day, when Max was also alive. She meets everyone very well, and picks up the music box from the ditch, and gives it to Ryan, and tells him to never open it. But she had forgotten that Ryan does not remember anything, so she kisses Ryan, and also asks him for a date. After this, when he goes on the road, he dies on the spot due to a collision with Darcy's car. And with this, the movie ends here.